I think we had a lot of foreign policy issues and issues in terms of U.S.-Russian relations that preceded Edward Snowden. Certainly, the way the U.S. State Department has handled his case has exacerbated some of the issues, but it would be misleading for them to suggest that Edward Snowden, or as the president would say, a 29-year-old hacker, end quote, should have such an impact on U.S.-Russian relations. This is between the president and his State Department and foreign partners. What I can say, and I make no apologies, I am absolutely thankful for the hospitality and kindness of the Russian people in reaching out to my son and anyone who has supported him in this, because I believe that he has absolutely without question, and I believe most Americans who have the facts understand and know that he has exposed government wrongdoing, that is absolutely not within the spirit of the Constitution and is in fact in clear violation of the Constitution. Again, President Vladimir Putin, the fact that he has allowed my son to take asylum in Russia, I am quite thankful for that, and I'm certain that there are people across this globe who applaud him as well as many, many Americans who also applaud him. You know, there are a variety of things that could change, but what I can say is President Vladimir Putin has stood firm. You know, I respect strength, and I respect courage, and I know what it is. I worked shoulder to shoulder with people for decades who they were heroes. You know, they could not count the number of lives that they had saved and the sacrifices that they had made. So I know what it is, and he has stood firm against the face of intense pressure from our government, and I have to believe that he will continue to stand firm. You know, these games of, well, I'm not going to go to this meeting, or I'm not going to go to that meeting, or I'm not going to do this, I do not believe that President Vladimir Putin will cave to that. That's not going to happen. What's going to happen in the future politically, I don't know. You know, folks would suggest, well, wow, why don't you come back and face this again? You know, I would say he's doing exactly the right thing at this point. Again, given what I've seen, a chance of a fair trial here, non-existent at this point. You know, find a jury pool that hasn't been tainted by the United States Congress or, you know, members of the executive branch. I'm not sure where you could find that, but you know, the fact is he did exhibit courage in sharing with the American people what he believed to be, you know, constitutional abuses. No, I have not, and that's really by design. I would prefer not to speak to him until I'm able to travel and see him face to face, and I look forward to that opportunity. And until then, it's my understanding is that, you know, his intent is to simply remain silent and recover from what he's gone through over the past 8 or 9 weeks. What we have seen, what my son has disclosed, is probably superficial in comparison to what he has actually seen and experienced. And again, I believe there's far more to this story. Again, listen to his 12-minute video. In there, I believe he alludes to when you work in that business and you talk to people about things that you see that disturb you, they respond in a certain way. I believe that he has, in fact, expressed concerns in the past prior to disclosing that information. So I can't put myself in his shoes and say that I would do what he did, because you know what? I haven't been in his shoes. They were there. Please do your research, but just to frame this, as an American citizen, I am thankful for what he did. As a father, I'm conflicted because I love my son and I wish he wasn't sitting in Russia, and I wish he could still be sitting in Hawaii making the big paycheck with his girlfriend, living happily. But that's selfish. You know, and so as an American citizen, I'm thankful for what he did.
We do have differing perspectives on the problem, but we share an interest in reducing the violence, securing chemical weapons, ensuring that they're neither used nor are they subject to proliferation.